Let's rewind it back and do a little tag video. This is such a fun tag, so I'm excited to share, and also just gives me time to reflect on some of the stuff that I've been using the most and using the least. So we're gonna be doing the handbag tag. This handbag tag is gonna go through my most used, my least used, my most critiqued, and my most complimented. And this was a tag originally created by Jerusha Couture. It's an OG, and I was recently tagged by Rochelle from Rich Curated, so I will drop her information below. But I'm excited for kind of going through the collection, just looking at some of the stuff that I've really been gravitating towards and not gravitating towards in 2025. So thank you, Rochelle, for tagging me. And if you guys haven't been on the channel before, you know that this is just a channel where I love to share my favorite thing, which is bags and all the things that make my heart sing. So if you're not following me on Instagram, come by and say hi. I try to release 2 videos per week. So if you love content that is surrounded by bags and just things like this, then please consider subscribing, and let's just hop into today's tag. This is a hard one, most used. Now, you guys know I love to rotate my bags, but I will say that the bags that I've been really gravitating towards recently, especially in 2025, are these 2 bags. I cannot get out of them because they're so easy to use. So the first one is my Balenciaga City Edge. Now this one is the city bag, but it is a version that came out around, I want to say like 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. It's an OG bag for me, but recently this year I decided to give her another use, and I realized why I love this bag. First of all, this is in size medium. It fits so much, and it's such a soft, squishy bag. This is in a goat skin. She is perfect, honestly. This bag is so comfy to wear, and I love how you can dress this bag up with little charmies. I have my little cherries on here, crybaby cherries, and it's a perfect like shoulder bag moment. I've been really into the shoulder bags. I just think that they're easy to kind of get on and off, so I can easily swing it around, get into my item. She fits a good amount, and I really love the Edge version because of the gold hardware, and I feel like it just matches with a lot of items, and I'm just really glad I kept this bag because there was a time when I wanted to let this bag go, but she is now back into the rotation, and she is one of my most used. Second most used is, obviously you guys know, my Fendi baguette. I have many baguettes, but this one I've been using the most. This is my vintage version. I just love this bag because this is the bag I use when I need to carry enough but not everything. And again, like, I just think a Zuka bag really brings something to the outfit, and who doesn't love a vintage with gold hardware? I travel with this bag. I use this bag for my day-to-day. I can use her as a shoulder. I also have a Zuka strap, so I use her as a crossbody if I need to. She fits a ton, and she's really lightweight, so I obviously cannot stop using this baguette, and that is really what got me started in my love of baguettes. They're just, for me, like the shape, the silhouette, how it's easy to use. I feel like I can use any baguette. So my mission is to collect all the baguettes in the world one day. For my least used bag, I would have to say is my Dior Montaigne in the size mini with the oblique. Now, I love this bag, the way it looks, and I feel like on the days when I'm a little bit more dressed up and I just need like a bag for an accessory, not so much for functionality, but for me to just spruce up my outfit, like, this is the bag I would use. I think it's a pretty bag. It's a pretty bag on the shelf. It's a pretty bag when you wear her. It's just a really pretty bag to look at. I love this like box look. When I was first getting this bag, I couldn't decide if I wanted this one or the bigger size. I opted for the smaller size just because at that time I was really into the minis and I didn't carry that much. And I thought the back pocket was nice. I love the design overall. It's, you know, a really, really pretty bag, but it just doesn't fit a lot. I don't mind small bags, but this one has like no flexibility, and because of that, it really does limit what I can put inside. But the strap is so luxurious, and I'll be honest, part of the reason I even picked this particular bag was for the strap. I thought the strap just reminded me of jewelry. Like this gold Christian Dior is just so pretty to me, and the navy leather on this with the bag, I just think it's like that perfect accessory. The thing with buying Dior is not all Diors hold value, and I know this one is more on the non-classic side. So for me, because I think I overpaid for this bag, I will never let it go. Like I still will always find her really pretty, so I'm gonna be using her for outfits and things like that. But it's not like an everyday bag, and because of that, I just don't use her as much. Another one I use more than the other one, but not as much, is this mini Jody. Now I actually really like this bag, and I have used this bag. Just recently in 2025, I haven't used this bag too much. I did travel with this bag a lot because she's easy to pack, and I feel like it's a really good little dinner vacation bag, and it's great for summer, spring, and just the days you don't need to bring that much. But ever since I got the Bottega in the teen size, I just use the teen one more because you can throw whatever and not have to puzzle things in. And this one you do need to puzzle things in a little bit more. But I still really like this bag. I think the color for me is just like so happy. I don't know, like this color makes me so happy. So won't get rid of this bag. I will still use her. It's just not part of my current rotation. But I would say like those are my least used. I don't really have any that's a never used because I still use them, right? But I would say like those bags, I just use a lot less. So never is kind of harsh, but yes, they're my least used, never that much used bags. Most critique bag has to be this bag, hands down. My Louis Vuitton Murakami Neo Noe in the most beautiful bucket tote. Now, the reason why I say most critiqued is a lot of people give me a hard time for getting the Murakami bag because they say like it's just a lot of pattern on one bag and it doesn't match anything because there's so much color. Like, what are you supposed to actually wear with that? And although the Neo Noe bag itself is a very functional, very popular, I would say, style, the colorway is just something that is not an everyday match, I guess. So often people call me out and say, why would you want so much happening in a bag? And Murakamis are meant for SLGs, like smaller, you know, smaller leather goods, things like that. And I do agree, like a little Murakami cosmetic pouch or wallet or key clay, whatever it will be so cute. I actually would love to do like an agenda or something like that as well. But looking at this bag just makes me so happy, and I've always wanted a Neo Noe, but I have so many monogram bags, I just wanted something a little different. So when I saw her, I just instantly fell in love, and I knew that this bag had to be mine. And sometimes it's not about what makes sense, but more about what makes our heart sing, and this one to me just really spoke to me. So even if I don't use this bag a ton, just looking at her makes me happy. But to be honest, like during the summer and spring, this bag is very usable, right? It matches with anything as long as there's not a lot of pattern happening in your outfits. I feel like this bag goes. And I'm not really one to match that well. I just wear what I feel like wearing at that time. And I know people call me out all the time for this bag, but I still love her. If you know me, you know that not only do I love baguettes, but I love a good saddle bag. Unpopular opinion, but to me, like, this bag is usable and functional and fits everything I need to fit. And I love this denim one because she's a little different. She's a little rare. She's a vintage, brings me back to the 90s, the 2000s. And to me, this is just a cute little bag. I love the vintage versions because the back pocket has so much room. I can drop my phone, and it has this like button closure to make it super secure. And because of the denim, this bag actually is very malleable and it just fits a ton. I can wear her as a little Y2K shoulder bag, or I love wearing her with this Dior strap. and I just think it pairs perfectly, and it doesn't matter what I wear, people will always compliment me on the bag, not the outfit, but the bag. So I could, just like with the baguettes, I want to collect all the little vintage Dior's. Now I bought this strap from the Dior store, and at first I was a little in regret because I was like, how did I spend so much on a strap when I could have gotten another bag? But to be honest, I've gotten a lot of use out of this strap. And a lot of compliments when I wear the strap with my other Dior bags. It works with my Montaigne, it works with this saddle, my other saddles. And yeah, like I feel like now I just need to collect more Dior so I can put this strap on. But nonetheless, you guys, like I would say like most of the bags I really do like because I purchased them for a reason, and the ones that maybe I don't utilize anymore, I'll let go to make room for other bags that I may use more. That is just my handbag tag of my most used, least used, not used that much. I'm gonna tag a few other people in the description below. So if you guys decide to make this video, please tag me. I would love to watch all of them. And like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.